All right, good afternoon. It is Wednesday, August the 19th. I was having a discussion with a lifter today. He has a training partner that has a little bit of a bicep injury. Um, Looked like he did it from deadlifting based on the video that I saw. And so there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about. One is grip. I see a lot of different lifters that we use. Generally, we use the strong hand over, weaker hand under. And depending on the lifter, sometimes that's fine. I've seen right-hand lifters pull left-handed. I'm always concerned about that because of the immense strain, that it puts on the bicep tendon. And it does absolutely do that. And so, I'm always worried about that. So I'm a big proponent and have used the hook grip for many years. Now, I'm not going to BS you and tell you it's just a simple fix, but I will tell you I have taught many, many people to use it, and we rarely ever have any sort of bicep issue. Rarely. And it's one of those things that there's a reason for that. One, the bicep. Two, is it actually creates some length and allows you to have a better starting position. The other thing is how it develops your upper back and your mid back and even lower back. You don't develop, I've judged many master's age lifters that over the years develop a whirl where that left hand or whatever the underhand is, it whirls out, and it is only a matter of time, before that becomes an issue. So again, protecting the bicep, creating length in the pocket, especially for your form, and the overall development. You don't develop that whirl. Now, it does take some time to get used to, and I would never suggest pulling reps. The most that we'll generally pull with the hook grip is doubles, and that's usually at a lighter weight when we're doing some sort of usually chains. But everybody that's gone to it has done fairly well with it. Every now and then, someone like Jennifer Milliken, her hands just simply are too small. They're just too small. So, you're going to run into that every now and then. And it takes some time. I dabbled with it for quite some time before I went full time, but I've had lifters that are beginners that have been lifting for a year, and they go to it and they have no issue. So that's something to think about. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is positioning. A lot of people, when I teach deadlift form, will go, you're trying to get the lifter to squat the weight up, and that's not the answer. I try to get them to load to a point that the shoulders are as square as they can be and the arms are as straight as they can be, and they're as tall in the pocket as they can with the fanny down and the back straight. And what I ask you to look at is video yourself and see where not the lowest point that you load to, but the point in which you engage in the lift. And that's going to be the telltale sign. So, and I could do a video to extrapolate on that a little bit as well. And there's two things. Jennifer came up with this great cue. It's to protect the armpits. Like somebody was trying to tickle you, you'd squeeze that armpit nice and tight. And what we're trying to do is when we load, we're putting tension into the bar, we're squeezing those armpits, and the arms are as straight. That's the other thing. Arms are as straight as they can be, like they're made of steel, one piece. This particular gentleman, you could see where he was flexing the arm a little bit, and I'm just telling you, it is not a matter of if, it is only a matter of when that bicep is going to give. The other issue is that when you engage and the hips are the first thing to move, that's where we run into problems as well. So these are some things to think about. Think about the point that you load to, and then when you start to pull, where do you fully engage into the lift when the weight is moving away from the floor. So I'll have, like with Melissa, I had her load to where she was really deep, but she would engage right about here, whereas if she only loaded to that point, her hips would be even higher. So those are some things to consider with your deadlift training.